Yo, man, fuck what you going, you fan 007, nigga, man. Shout out to you fan movement, nigga. What up, niggas, you good?
That's a King Cobra.
I had seen a tweet where you said you turned down Surf.
Yeah.
That's true? They offered you Surf? Well, who offered you Surf?
Say that again?
I said I seen a tweet. I seen a tweet where you said you turned down Surf.
Uh-huh.
Did you?
And where everybody was talking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was talking about that, right? And I looked at it like this. I turned down Surf, but I turned down Surf because, nigga, I'm not going to have a nigga play that game with me. If it has to be on URL, then I'm not going to take the battle anywhere else. We all know the games he plays already. Like come on, my nigga. If you gonna bullshit with A-Verb, Calico, Shotgun Suge, and T-Rex off of the URL stage and brush it off, what the fuck makes you think he's going to take the battle with me serious?
Oh, so they offered you Surf somewhere else, off of URL.
Yeah. People hit me up about it. Niggas had chicken. But I looked at it like, I'm not doing that. Like, he would have did it. The bag is there. You feel what I'm saying? The bag is there. But it's just a matter of, nigga, if you're not going to give me your all, then it's a waste of time. And the last thing Cortez needs is another T-Rex situation. You feel me? Like, I'm not doing that no more, bro. You feel me? Niggas feel like you doing me the favor. You're not doing me the favor, my nigga, by not showing up. You feel me?
Right.
If you keeping it a buck, then nigga, you need to show up and do what real niggas do. You feel what I'm saying? Show up and turn up. These fans, I think, I travel a lot, so I battle a lot of places, and I think the tide is kind of turning for me only because the fans look at it like, yo, man, this nigga comes to our town every time and gives us a good performance. He never takes the crowd for granted. He never takes the love for granted. How many times, if I go fucking battle right now in fucking Idaho, Boise State, whatever the fuck, these people, we might look at it like, man, it's a one-rounder against Joe Smo against Battery Pack Bob in fucking Idaho. And then it's like, all right, I might look at it like, it's a one-rounder, it's a check. But the people that show up there, whether it's 50 people or whether it's 1,000 people, they're going to look at it and be like, yo, this is the only chance I'm going to get to see Cortez battle.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of battle rappers don't think like that. And that humbleness that comes with it is what's keeping me afloat. You get what I'm saying, bro? Like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I look at it and I say my road to where I'm trying to go is different for a reason. You get what I'm saying? My road is different for a reason. I feel like I've always had to overcome barriers or always had to overcome obstacles just being Latino and trying to rap, just being in Brooklyn, a minority and trying to rap when everybody's a rapper in New York. So I look at it like maybe I was just bred different to go through certain conditions that I got to go harder, and maybe I'm setting that example. When I was on this tour right now, yo, bro, like, niggas say, they could play Cortez all they want, bro, but we doing these shows. Even Joe was like, damn, son, niggas is fucking with you. Like, I'm not just an open act. Like, they introducing me and people are like, oh, cool. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, the crowds is there. Like, I'm tweeting, yo, we in San Antonio tonight. And you feel me? And fans is like, oh, word, I knew Joe was on the tour. I ain't know you was on it too. I'm pulling up. That's that, so I look at it like, no matter what it is, bro, I'll sit there at the end of the show and I'll take pictures with everybody and I'll give everybody a CD and I'll sit there and talk to the fans. That's just how I am. And if my philosophy is one fan at a time, then it's one fan at a time. But I'm going to make sure that when these people interact with me, they understand me and they respect me and people look up to that. You feel what I'm saying? I had a nigga crying when I came on stage the other day. A nigga was crying. Nigga was like, yo, bro, you don't understand. Like, and he was a Spanish dude. He was like, yo, bro, like you do what I always wanted to do. He was like, I'm in the military. My family was poor. I had a kid at a young age. I'm in Texas. He was in Houston. He was like, I'm in Houston. I'm at a military base. He was like, nigga, I came because you're my favorite. You're like, you represent what Latinos went through in New York. He's in fucking Houston, but he lived in New York and got stationed out there. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, those little things right there, if I know that I touch somebody like that, I don't care about what other people think, because there's people out there that really do appreciate what we're doing, you know, and that's what my motivation is. So when it comes to surf, I'm not gonna do it, bro, because it's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get a bag, but what is a bag gonna do for me? Like right now, I sit there and be like, yo, you know what? Me and Rex could actually battle now, and if we was like seriously to take it, we could still put on a show. But it's dead. It's so dead now that it's like, man, that battle was so fucking unprofessional. I never want to see them in the ring again. You get what I'm saying? So I would never want to do that with Surf. That's one of the last grudge matches. So, you know, I think we spoke about this a while ago, and I was like, I feel like I'm the one that isn't holding his end of the bargain to make that battle happen, because I felt like my stock wasn't there. The interest was there. My talent is there, but I felt like my stock wasn't there to get Surf. You feel me?
Okay.
Especially the way he is. You know what I mean? I think we said this. So, this year I feel like that's changed. His stock dropped. My stock went up.
Okay, yeah.
Now, depending on what he does with T-Top, he might put himself back on the high horse. You know what I'm saying? Because if he gets crazy with T-Top, then he still has 2 classics this year. Because the 2-on-2, that first one is still a classic that came from him. So you got to look at it like, at the end of the day, nigga, that was one of the craziest performances of the year. You get what I'm saying? So you sit there like, hey, if he does great with T-Top, then the fans are going to let him slide. Now, that's another thing I always say. I'm like, yo, the fans, say what I said with the Arsenal battle, the fans are the reason why niggas can take battles off.
Because of the fans?
The fans are a major reason why niggas can take a battle off, my nigga. Right now, if I go put on the game and I see Carmelo drop 2 points and Porzingis drop 3 points and the Knicks lose by 40, you're going to ask who they lost to. That's the first thing. And if I tell you the fucking Pelicans, you're going to be like, what the fuck? The Knicks took the night off. Why did they take the night off against the Pelicans? They could have easily beat them. You feel what I'm saying? Now, the fans will boo you and get on you, and you'll be on sports. They'll be on you crazy. You feel me? Then what you got to do, you got to come back and drop 40 the next game. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, if it's like that, then niggas is going to take battles off. And that's why I turn down Surf. I'm like, man, you going to take this battle off, man. If Smack ain't standing there with the clock, my nigga, I'm not battling you. You feel me? Because it's not going to make no sense. He's going to curve it. If he curved Verb, he curved Cal. In his home state, he curved Cal. He curved Suge in his home state.
I mean, here's my thing about it. But here's my thing about it, though. It's just like, what can the fans do? The fans can't. I mean, what the fuck can the fans do?
Start holding niggas accountable. The fans can stop giving niggas like they give niggas the heave ho. Like niggas is right now saying, yo man, as long as Surf show up for T-Top, I don't care. That's not how the culture is gonna get further, bro. That's fucking 3 pay-per-views. Like we're trying to get to another level, my nigga, and doing shit like that is fucking up getting to the next level. Because people are like, man, I'm not paying for that pay-per-view, my nigga. That Rex and Surf shit trash, boy. Then what happens? The niggas don't order it, and then next thing you know, Mr. Fab might come back and be like, yo, man, nigga, I can't even do this shit out here like this. But in fact, if niggas would have had a crazy card and everybody showed up, nigga be on the horn right now, yo, boy, I'm about to book another one. Look at John. John made sure he got hungry niggas with the bullpen.
Yep.
Hungry niggas so that there's consistency. And now the fact that he's got consistency, John has a relationship with myself, B&A, and Clips. Most of all, right? Us 3. So, because we've been the most on bullpen, us 3. So you look at it like this, and you sit there and you say, damn, John got a good relationship with niggas. Niggas is showing up for John shit, whether it's D-Flames or whether it's fucking NYB or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. Niggas is showing up for that battle. So you sit there and say, well, why niggas show up for the bullpen, but nigga ain't show up for this battle? And it's really because, he's making sure that there's people that are trying to push the envelope. There's excitement. That crowd in the bullpen, like, come on, my nigga, Shaquille O'Neal was at the battle. Jared Jack was at the battle. Julio Jones was at the battle. He's creating an aura, something on his own, you know what I mean? And it's pushing these guys to go harder because these guys know they would never get to battle us any other way. and they know off of respect to John, we're showing up. It's pushed this battle to actually in a year for John to sit there and be like, man, I got the number one battle league in the South. That shit wasn't hard at all. You feel me?
So
look at that.
Damn. I mean, the balance. Look at that shit. The balance gotta. I mean, that shit is crazy, B. Let me ask you this: would you battle where the winner takes half of the loser's purse or some shit like that?
Depends. Depends on the battle and depends on the bag. You know, it's got to be bigger bags too if niggas is doing that. I am not opposed to judging battles. I think I said that before too. I'm not opposed to it. I feel like somehow, some way there needs to be a ranking system before you get to top tier. At least before you get to top tier. Because I feel like once you get to top tier, nobody's going to want to judge something like Surf and Hitman. And like if that battle would have had a judge or Verb and Hitman would have had a judge, it would have tarnished how great the battle was because people would have always said, oh, but this nigga won. You feel me? Like imagine if 3 judges felt Hitman won the first 2 rounds and Verb won the third. And then Verb does a third like that and then somebody says, yeah, but he lost. You'd be like, what? Nah, it creates aura. So certain battles don't need to be judged. I feel like when you get to Summer Madness, if you get to a Gnome, if you get to a World Dom, if you get to a Blackout, you don't need to be judged. But if you want to have a ranking system for the year to show a stock, then let's say all those other events would have been judged, right? All right, boom, I would have had like 9-10 battles off of those stages. Let's say I would have arguably said, hey, Cortez is 8-1. 8-1. Hey, his stock is crazy this year. He's 8-1. Oh yeah, but yo, Rum Nitty is 4-0. Wow, but he did bigger stages. You know what I mean? Like it's like it'll cause a it'll cause controversy, but it'll make up for conversation to where niggas can sit there and be like, this is interesting now. Yo, my nigga, you crazy son, Core 9-1 this year. What you talk? It brings the conversation like if it's basketball, like if it's baseball, like if it's football. You know what I mean? It creates more. When you don't have the judge systems, you just go sit there and be like, yo, son, my son, you talking about Verb, my nigga, he got crazy with SB. You gonna sit there and be like, nigga, that was 7 years ago. You know what I mean? You think LeBron is talking about his season 7 years ago in 2008 with the Cavs? No, nigga, he went to the Heat. He won 2 chips. He came back to Cleveland, lost in the finals, came back, won another chip, and now you get what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, it's gotta be something to keep the current wave so that niggas stay on their toes. And at the same time, then when you get to a Summer Madness, you can sit there and be like, yeah, I got a main event battle, and I'm on Summer Madness, and it's not judged because it's a big event. But I do feel like a ranking should come in with battling. Definitely feel that way.
Okay. I just want to see what was going on and shit, man. That's all. Yo, man, congratulations for making the sword.
Oh, thank you, bro.
That was a dope article, man. Dope article.
Yeah, man. That was. Yeah, shout out to my dude King Chandler for that. That was a great thing. You know what I mean? I just feel like I say, man, like my path is just different, and I'm starting to embrace it a lot more. You know, 2016 has been a real eye-opening year for Cortez. You know, and I feel like that's the main thing I'm trying to do is bridge the gap, you know, between mainstream artists and battle rap, you know, and I kind of want to do it in a certain way. Like, I don't never want to say I'm not doing battle rap. I feel like a lot of people either pick one, choose one side and just stay there, or they try to say, oh, I went here to go there. You know, I battled to get a deal. Then they come back, you know, and to me, I don't knock nobody's hustle, but I feel like no one's tried to embody that type of strategy, just to sit there and be like, yo, you know what? I want to bridge the gap. I want to be able to say I'm doing both simultaneously, you know? And the reason why I got the article is because they said, yo, my nigga, you just battled B Magic in Oakland. I flew into New York. I did Revolt Television, did a whole segment for them. I had to write and remember and screen and all that. Then flew to Atlanta, battled D Flames, then flew back to New York that Sunday to do Power 105 promo tour, then to fly on Monday to Dallas to go on tour to start going each state. You get what I'm saying? It's like, how did he do that? You get what I'm saying? And at the same time, I'm finishing my mixtape that's done. You know, I've been shooting videos if you've been up with it, you know, and I've been doing a project with my dudes, the High Rollers out here. So it's like I'm working, I'm doing features, everything. And now, look, I'm about to get off tour after my last show tonight with Wiz, and what I'm going to do? Nigga, I'm start logging in for B-Dot. You get me? So I'm looking at it like, you know what? It's like Surf. Surf does great music. Like, I don't like him. I feel like he's another artist that's kind of elite when it comes to like crossing over, but he doesn't sit there and say he can do both. He never said that. He'll say, hey, I'm gonna take 6 months off and work on music, and then he'll drop a tape and then he'll battle. You know what I mean? So it's like I felt like, yo, you know what? No one. This is my lane. At the same time, you know what I mean? That's it. You know, and it's working. I think you know that Source article was a big look. You know, and I'm just humbled. I'm appreciative that people are recognizing that. You know, I always send y'all the tweets now. You know, I've been much more active with it, just informing people on it. I never wanted to jump out the window with the music until I felt like it was fully ready. Like everything, not just the tape, but like the business behind it, the strategy, the shows, you know, and that's why I held back. But I do feel like now it's all falling into place. It's good.
That's what it is. That's what it is, man. I definitely seen that shit. I was like, oh, that's a good look right there and shit. I mean, you've been nominated before though for the mixtape. Your music always really been making good noise. I don't know why you don't really promote it like that. Well, you do, but not as much. But
nah, I mean, and that's kind of like what I see. Like on my Instagram, I promote my music a lot more than the Twitters. Like people will see the links, but you know that also comes with the fact that these fans love us for battles. So like, if I put right now, hey, Cortez versus such and such drop, I'll get the 50 retweets and likes and all that. And then, you know, we put out a video and nigga might get 10. You know, it's like, we got to push harder. But that's the game plan. Like, yo, we're going to bridge the gap. Like, and slowly but surely it's working. You know, music has never been a problem for me. I can do, bro, I can live in a studio. That doesn't bother me. Battle rap is much harder for me. You know?
Okay. That's what it is. Well, yo, man, Cortez, my nigga, definitely good luck, man. I'm hyped for this shit right here, you and B-Dot, man. I'm hyped for this shit.
Yeah, this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be like really, really, really crazy. You know, I feel like we got a message to speak in this battle. There's a lot of things going on, and you know, I don't want to let the cat out the bag, but like I got some ideas, and I'm already starting to work on it. This is gonna be a great battle. This is gonna be a great battle. Make sure y'all get that fucking pay-per-view if y'all not in LA. If you out in LA, make sure you come out. Cortez, B-Dot, King of the Dot, The Bunker. It's gonna be crazy. It's nasty, you know.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yo, my nigga, gonna be in touch, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Definitely though, bro. I'll see you.
Early B.
Yo, man, yo, man, yo, fuck what you want, fan 007, nigga, man. Shout out to fan movement, nigga. What up, niggas, you good?